2025 is starting with a bang. This week I found a lot of very interesting new YouTube channels with some really stunning Lego creations. As always, remember that everything that I mentioned in this video will be linked in the description down below for you to go and check it out. Welcome back to This Week in Bricks. As always, we start from the mocks that I found on Instagram. We start from Jaifa page. If you don't know, he has been building one dragon for each month of the year. So today we are at the last one. That is a sort of dragon deer that he made for the month of December, and is probably the favorite of all the series of this year. I highly recommend you to go and check out his profile and check out all these builds. Really, really amazing. Next up, Brick Brothers. We featured them already in the past couple of episodes. They have a new vignette, a little bit larger base this week, a little bit shorter. But again, the composition of this sort of medieval ambush is very, very good. And we have, as always, a lot of very nice details and nice tree in this very well done scene. Next up, Goatman Force 6-1. This is a Star Wars build, which is called Imperial Remnant Outpost on an Acid Desert Planet. I think it's very, very interesting. He has this very interesting curved wall on the interior. On the outside, he carved a little bit of extra details. He has this sort of white spider-looking creature and this sort of pyramid spiking on top. If you scroll to the picture, you can see also a lot of behind the scene on the work in progress of building this creation. Herman Brick, this is not totally a mock, but it's more a mod. So here is taking this Kingfisher set and is adding this sort of custom character. So he built a support on top of the back of the set and is adding this Gnome minifigure, Gnome Air Force with a Gnome Archer. Very, very interesting way to modify an official Lego set. We have another Star Wars builder. Here is Brick Baraka, another very interesting profile to go and follow. He has this very interesting sort of winter scene with some Mandalorians over here fighting. The tank is very interesting and very well done, of course. We have a lot of explosion around the scene, but I really love the landscape of this build. Both the rocks and all the snowy terrain is really, really well done. Now we are on the Lego profile because what happening these days is that a lot of people is posting the sort of year-on review. So for example, what Lego did is sharing some amazing creations. So for example, here we can see this one is one of the best creations of the week by Nana's Creation. We have Jeff Works that we mentioned many times on the channel. We have Jock Build. We have Moptop Trev. Apologize my pronunciation. We have Lego Joy. We have Nabutari. We have Cat Moquette, we have Virginia Bricks, we have Foreign Empire that we feature again on the channel many times. So a lot of builders have this sort of year in review, and I'm gonna feature here some of those just to give you an idea. So we have Lego 7 creations over here, stunning builds by Lego 7. I recommend you to check out all these pictures because it's a way for you to discover creation that you haven't seen maybe throughout the year. We have Mitsuro Nikaido, amazing sort of mech creature builder with this gray, black, and white color scheme. We have Leshy Brick, we will feature again later on in the video. Very, very cool stuff over here. He's a very good builder. Later we'll talk about his YouTube channel. He has a lot of very interesting vignettes, medieval, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, Assassin's Creed, Dungeons and Dragons. Very, very cool stuff. We also have Brickland, another amazing builder. Here is featuring these 4 very, very well done vignettes. Lots of very cool details. I love in particular that boat on the right side. We have Brick Bill Josh. Again, we talked about him before. He writes also interesting article on Brick Nerd, and he also has a recap of some of the builds that he did in 2024. And I did my own as well. I didn't have a new build this week, but I posted my top habitat. I built 49 habitats this year. It was a little bit difficult to select my best 16, at least in my opinion, and I had to leave out some that I was really, really happy with. And I also built, and everything is featured on my channel, 49 mocks that are not habitats. So here you can see a selection of my favorite. These are the latest ones, so these are the most recent ones that you can find on my channel, and some of these have been covered on This Week in Bricks as well. and these are a little bit older. For example, we have the Bat Cave, we have some Summer Joust build, we have some Iron Forge from the beginning of last year, we have the Space Colony. Anyway, go and check it out if you're interested in watching some more of my creations. Let's move into the article section. So we go on tips and bricks, technique analysis for this very interesting tower wall by Noldor that we featured before on this episode. So here they break down a lot of the techniques and a lot of the nice texture that is putting on this wall and this tree as well. Here is Noldor profile, so of course go and check him out. We feature some tutorial before here on the channel. They have another technique discussion, building gingerbread houses. Of course, here we have the official set that was designed by Tiago Catarino, and then also here they talk a little bit on the different techniques, the part usage that you can find in many different mocks. Every one of the builder here is linked then in the page of the tips and bricks. They also have their year in review, and the winner was this mock that we featured just now by Nanan's Creation, and here they have a little bit of a breakdown. The mock is called One Fell Swoop, and the breakdown a little bit all the parts usage and the technique over here, and of course go and check out Nanan's profile. Beyond the brick, they also feature their daily mock of the day. I wanted to feature this very cool Batman tumbler from Kalimbors. This would fit very well in scale, I think, in my Bat Cave that I mentioned just now a few seconds ago. But of course, it's much better built compared to mine. And I also recommend you to go and check out Kalimbors' profile with a lot of very interesting vehicles on a very nice small scale. Then we move on the New Elementary. So New Elementary, they of course focus on parts. So we have a Lego Dreams part review from January. The most interesting part, I think, is this sort of smoke kind of colorful parts that goes together well with all of these different pieces. I still need to get some of those because I think they could do for some interesting details in our mocks. Of course, they have the January parts from the Chinese traditional festival set, the Lunar New Year, and in this set there are always amazing parts. So for example, here we have this very interesting snake sort of mask, but I really love this chain piece with the two bars on the side that they can be connected in many different ways to create a lot of interesting details. They also have a sort of recap with Lego set and new parts. So here they start from the Tudor Corner, the Blacktron, and a lot of cool parts. Remember all those printed tiles from the new garden that is coming out now in January. Then we move on to Brick Nerd. We mentioned earlier Brick Bill Josh, so he has this article where he's reworking and expanding the latest the Santa's post office with the Santa's delivery truck, and they make a very amazing work in modifying this, in expanding it and putting it together. I will put a link down below so you can go and check out the final product. It's very, very well done. They also have two older articles, but very, very interesting. They talk about changes in the molds of the parts. So once in a while, Lego do some modification to parts. So for example, you can see the headlight brick with the little hole at the bottom and without. Some of these modification don't affect as much, but some actually change the functionality of the parts. So if you're a mock builder, this is something that is interesting to know because you might end up with two parts that actually look the same, but they're not. Then we move on to Brothers Brick, and I'm very happy to announce that now these episodes of This Week in Bricks will be featured weekly on the Brothers Brick. So if you're watching this video, you might be coming directly from the Brothers Brick, and I'm really, really honored for this opportunity and to share with all of you all these amazing creations every week. Some of the best highlight that Brothers Brick featured this week. We have this very cool mock by Ben Brickson. This is a Halo mock. I'm not too familiar with Halo, but this is really, really well done. Of course, the landscape and the trees are really, really beautiful, but the structure in the center is what stands out with all those angles and all those lights that go through the main structure on the top. Another one of my favorite from this week, I like habitats. We have this habitat by Palixa and the Bricks, which is some Animal Crossing habitats. Again, I never play the game, so I'm not too familiar, but I really love how the habitats are well done and they actually work very, very well together. Then the Brothers Week, we are at the end of the year or the beginning of the new year, so they shortlisted the Brothers Week Builder of the Year for 2024. So we have Nathan Don, Wumi Ward, we have Panoda, and most of these creators we already feature here on the channel: Cecile Fitzward, Max Davidson, Mattia Careddu, Italian builder that we featured before. And the winner of this year, Builder of the Year for the Brothers Week, was Lego designer Max Davidson. Amazing builder. I think we haven't featured him yet on the channel, but he has an amazing gear, in particular with the Iron Forge and the Iron Builder, and he's putting out a lot of creation all the time. So I highly recommend you to go and check out his profile. Is a well-deserved win of Builders of the Year. He participated to all the contests. They also have a top 10 Lego creation of 2024. This is the one that was determined by the readers. I'm just going to scroll through because there are quite a lot. These are the one that is having the most views on the page. I think if I read that correctly. Of course, we have some that we mentioned before on the channel. And then we have a short list of their selection of mocks of the year, and I totally agree with them. So we have Scott Willem with Leap Year Rover. We have Cookie Bricks with Medusa Lair. This one actually, I don't remember this one, but it's really cool. Very well done. We have Wumi Ward with Karashishi. This is just another word. I cannot comprehend how can somebody build something this cool and make the pieces, all the square pieces work together so nicely. Really a work of art. We have one of my favorite, which is the Lego Tiger by Dara. We featured this on the channel. For sure, one of the best creation of the year. We have Eli Wilsey with Into Dungeon Depths. Very cool and big creation. We have, of course, One Fell Swoop by Nanan Zhang. We have Spirited Away by Jaifa, Josh Evanwood. Amazing build, this one. We have, of course, the Golden Dragon by Donnie Chen, that most of the people all around, most of the builders recognize as the best build of the year, and it was also exhibited at the Lego House. We have the chain boat that is also at the Lego House. This is by Aidan Cassell. All chain pieces. This is a stunning techniques that I never saw before in Lego. And this is my personal favorite of the year by Lego designers Chris Perron and Wes Talbot, the Fire Breathing Fortress. We featured this on the channel before. And the winner is, of course, the Golden Dragon. Many creator and builder consider this the best creation of the year. Let's move on to the contest section. We start from Brixcalibur and also Classic Castle. So we're going to feature the inventor, Rhys de Jong. He has this Carnival Town that is going to be double dipping here, I think, for the Crazy Carnival in the Colossal Classic Castle and for the Perspective Matter category on Brixcalibur. He's putting out a lot of things this week. So I'm going to feature some of this build because he's done an amazing work. We have this vignette. This is going to be for the 12 vignette made for the natural phenomenon vignette at the CCC contest and the Dwarf Tales on Brixcalibur. He also posted a lot of new Ashima stuff. So we have this Nakano topper for the, I think, Breaking Bavaria exhibition. We have this Octan Service Boy, again for new Ashima. Very cool. We have this Commute Transit City Bus, again, all new Ashima stuff. Very cool. I love all this cyberpunk stuff. Then we move to Aurora Bricks. Here we have a Fig Barf entry for the Brixcalibur. Very interesting take on these 5 minifigures for the Adventure in Park category. And check out her profile because she has actually 3 different Fig Barf in 3 different styles that are all very cool. Then we have Jewel that we featured before a couple of times already. This I think is for the Dwarf's Tale category on Brixcalibur. Very interesting parts usage over here. We have those hair done on the left with all the golden chains, and we have the beard on the right side done with all the croissant pieces. Very interesting. We also have Brian Brickster that posted this very cool over here. This I think this is also for the Dwarf's Tale category. We have some orcs that are attacking the camp, and we have the battle on the top, but also we have a little bit of an underground scene. Very cool build. Now we talk a little bit about the Iron Builder. The Iron Forge is starting, and this is the challenge until the 10th of January. Everybody can enter, and you need to use in an interesting way mudguard pieces. Go on the Discord, I will link it down below so you can check out the rules properly. I hope I can build. This is one of my favorite contests, but I'm still on holiday, so I'm probably gonna have only 4 or 5 days to build. I don't know whether this year I will be able to pull something off in the contest. My recommendation from this week for Lego ideas, we have the Secret Garden Riyadh Rêve d'Orient by Brick Stability. Again, I think this North African, Middle Eastern architecture is something that I would love to see in modern Lego sets. Nice detail on the side, but what I like the most is the interior. We have this tree coming, this palm tree coming out. The MOC can actually split in two, and we have a lot of interesting scene on the inside. At the bottom, we have couches, we have printed parts. Is very, very nicely detailed on the interior. So I think this will be a nice set to go and support. And I also wanted to feature this one by Stefanix, which is called Who is My Hero, which is a sort of lenticular puzzle. I think this is something that could work well as a sort of Lego art set. Of course, it might be a bit boring to build because it's all the same pieces putting together. A little bit like the first few Lego art sets, but it might be a very interesting piece to display in your house. Now, let's move to YouTube. Here we have a lot of stuff to cover. Let's start with the usual one. So we have Lego designer for starter Luca. He posted a video with all his MOCs that he built ever, and it's very, very cool to see all the progress that he made throughout the years until now, when now he's an official Lego designer. And is also very, very interesting video concept if you are a YouTuber. Next up, we are gonna feature again Marco Forward. One more of the builds of the 12-hour challenge with the Rock Raiders. Again, this is very, very well done. He's an expert in Rock Raiders. He has a massive build already. And I think next up he's gonna try to make a 24-hour challenge, so that will be interesting as well. Next up is Mitch builds. So if you are into Bionicon, you should go and check out this Karzani build. I'm not familiar with Bionicle, but here you have all the building process on how this MOC come together. Next up, we have Ben Cossi. He has his own video on the best Lego MOCs of 2024. We are talking system here mostly, not necessarily Bionicle. He has another video for that. You can see the dragon here as well, the golden dragon, and a lot of amazing creation as well. So this was also a good recap to you and go and check out. Next up, again, the Breaking Panda. He has a city review. This is one of the most interesting city you can find online. It's beautiful. It's light up at night. I always recommend you to go and check out his city. Next up, Spooky Bricks. We just featured recently. He has a new MOC, this haunted house in Salem. It's very, very cool. A lot of nice details. The landscape is beautiful. And I particularly like the technique that he used for the tree and for the arches around the windows. If you go and check out the video, you can find out more. The narrator, he has a video about Brick Slope 2024. This is very cool because he's sharing a couple of very interesting classic space layout that are really, really fun and really, really well detailed. Now, the next up is Leshy Brick. We mentioned here just now at the beginning of the episode. Small channel, almost 1,000 subscribers. Go and support him. Short video, cinematic video that show you all the details of this MOC. This is the latest one, a Dungeon and Dragon MOCs with a lot of details. It's a very long landscape with this dragon skull on the outside. Very, very interesting build for you, and go check out. Then I just discovered this channel, Galactic Plastics. Only 4,000 subscribers. Go and support a lot more. This is one of the best ships I ever seen. Is mostly built with system pieces, not much technique, and is quite complex building technique. And I wish maybe Lego could give us some complex techniques in their set without Lego Technic pieces, because not everyone is a fan of Technic. And this is really, really amazing. In this video, you can see all the step-by-step building, and it's very satisfying to see how all this complex technique come together, and and everything is so smooth. All these different angles work together so nicely. This could be already one of the best build of 2025. The next channel that I'm gonna feature is called Banana Gear Studios, little bit bigger channel, 20,000 subscribers. This is about Lego Technic, so if you like all the function, you should go and check out. This is something I never see before. He built a Lego treadmill that move in every direction. Of course, here you can see how it works. It's very, very cool. And in the video, we walk you through all the steps that it took to arrive to this final result. I'm not a fan of technique, but I can appreciate all what is done here. Next up, small channel, only 300 subscriber. Mirek Endrol, I think from Czech Republic. He has a 140 Lego locomotive in action in this fantastic train layout. It's very, very cool to see all this train working together. So if you are a fan of Lego train, you should go and check out this channel. He has this very beautiful videos, a short one, 4 minutes. You should go and check it out, even if you don't like trains. Next up, I should have featured this actually a couple of weeks ago, but I forgot somehow. This is an Italian builder, Jamax74. He expanded the Hogwarts Castle grounds Lego set to a full map. So with proper research, he go and modify some part of the set and all the grounds around the castle. Is really, really beautiful micro scale build. Also small channel, 900 subscribers. Go and have a look at this one. The next one, again, small channel, 5,000, but this should have a lot more. I'm assuming this video is going to get a lot more views. This is by Lego Manufacture. It took 10 months to build this amazing Boeing 747 working function plane with interior. This is amazing. And this was posted just at the end of the year. This should have been in the run for the best mock of 2024. This is amazing. 10 months of building. You can see all the function again here. The angles of this airplane is amazing. All the function works so smoothly. There is not a gap anywhere on this plane. It's really a work of art. You should go and check it out again. Even if you're not a fan of airplane, check out this video because it's really worth it. So now let's move to the section of the Lego shorts. Again, we feature Bill Go Nuts. We featured him last week. He also has his top 10 Lego mocks of 2024. He built some amazing stuff. We featured the Deadpool before. Here he has his top 10. He has some amazing, amazing build featured by Lego themselves as well. Go and check him out. It's really, really worth it. Next up is the Lego artist Luca Petraglia. We also featured him before. He's sharing some of the building process. Again, this is very, very nice to see. This is the Carezzonico from Venice, putting together all the pieces, everything lights up. The work behind this is really, really beautiful. So I highly recommend you to check out his shorts as well. And you should also check out Earth Bricks, small channel, 3,000 subscribers. We featured him last week. He has a lot of videos with the behind the scene of the process of his mocks and vignette, and 3 tutorials as well. He has some really, really cool stuff, so you should go and check out his shorts as well. A Brick Dreamer, this week I'm still traveling, so I haven't posted a new video this week, but you can find the Santa's new ride that I posted last week, previous episodes of This Week in Bricks, and I still posted a vlog for my Dreamers members as well. As for closing the video with some Amazon recommendation, so this week I recommend you to go and check out the Lunar New Year sets. Maybe there's not much discount here on Amazon. They have a good discount around 20+% on the Story of Nian that has, I think, some very interesting parts to pick up. And they have also a small discount here on the this Lunar New Year tradition set. But go and check out your local stores because now the new sets of these Lunar New Year are coming out. So they might put the older ones on sale to make space. And these are beautiful sets on display, and there are some very interesting parts for mock builders. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you're new here on the channel, you can consider going check out my playlist where I have all the previous episodes of This Week in Bricks, where you can find a lot of amazing Lego creation. Thank you very much for watching. Happy New Year, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao, ciao.